Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to give you your April 2016 general readings. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week with an additional card as your overall theme and general feeling for the month. I always say these are general readings, so if they don't apply or resonate the same for everyone who watches, please do check your rising and your moon sign as well. Thank you to those of you who continue to follow and listen and watch and subscribe to my channel. I love reading your feedback and your comments both directly on my channel and the ones you send via email as too. So please keep those coming and thank you for them. And a thank you always to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. It is always an honor and always a pleasure to read for you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do that. And for those of you who are interested in a one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and that'll give you a little more detail in my contact information. And you can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent at working with you and your schedule to get you readings as quickly as possible. My turnaround time is currently between 1 and about 4 days. So again, if you're interested, just send me an email at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. So let's get right into this. This is for Gemini for April 2016. Gemini, April 2016. What does the month of April hold for the twins? Gemini, April 2016. Okay, we begin the month with the Ace of Swords, followed by the Four of Cups, the Queen of Swords, followed by the Chariot, the Page of Swords, followed by the Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords, followed by the Nine of Cups. And as your overall general feeling and theme advice for the month, we have the Judgment card. A lot of sword cards, Gemini, which you are an air element, so it looks like it's all about thoughts, ideas, and words this month and how you walk through them. Let's take a look. Okay, let's begin. First off, just the general feeling I'm getting from the reading itself, Gemini, is that you're going to be getting kind of new ideas and thinking about how to proceed with something or how to get something out of a rut and propel it forward somehow with more speed than it has been. And I'm not entirely sure what the subject matter is. My only indication is the Six of Pentacles. I think for a majority of you, this is going to have something to do with money, your finances, your job, how to move something forward in that respect. So we begin at the beginning of April with the Ace of Swords, swords being that element of air. It's a suit that's all about our words and ideas, how we think, our perspectives, and our mindset. And the aces represent new beginnings, the seeds and potential of beautiful new things to come. And this could represent success and movement with something. The Ace of Swords comes in really fast. And I feel like this Ace of Swords is coming in very fast at the beginning of April, Gemini, and it's bringing with it some new ideas. You're getting some new ideas on how to move something forward, how to propel something forward. This Ace of Swords is accompanied by the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, cups being the element of water, and cups is a suit that's all about our emotions. It can also point to love and relationships, but it's basically about how we feel. And the Four of Cups, I often, as I nickname a lot of my cards, I often call it the boredom or ingratitude or just kind of boredom sort of card. You can see there's a man reclining against a tree in this card. There's 3 cups upright next to him and one being offered to him out of the sky. But he's not really enthusiastic or even really paying all that much attention to either what he already has in his life or in what's being offered in front of him. And this can point towards finding yourself at a place, Gemini, at the beginning of April 2016, perhaps also at the end of March, where you just feel like what you're doing no longer satisfies you. It doesn't, a sense of maybe feeling like you don't have roots or a sense of purpose or direction, not feeling the same level of enthusiasm and excitement in what you're doing as you used to. And again, this can play out for a lot of a couple of different ways depending on who's watching it, as it always does. But I feel like for the larger portion of you, this is oriented towards what you do for a living, how you bring in income somehow. It's not turning you on the same way, or whatever project, entrepreneurial business you're in. It's not satisfying you, and you're feeling like bored, a little stuck, a little stagnant in something. And I feel like at the beginning of April, this Ace of Swords comes in, and you're finding, or you're trying to find new ways of moving this thing forward in a faster way, in a more positive way. You're just actually looking at ways that you can get yourself out of the rut that you're feeling, bring more excitement, enthusiasm to what you're doing, to bring in money, or to rejuvenate your business, or perhaps you may be exploring a new career path entirely. However it resonates for you, it looks like the beginning of April. It's all about getting new ideas, and they're coming in pretty swiftly, and it's all about how to propel something forward, either how to begin something or take something that's already there that's stuck and propel it forward to get out of that stuck feeling in your life. Now, that is followed by the Queen of Swords, accompanied with the Chariot card. So again, this Chariot card, this is a major arcana card, and this is about the swift, successful propelling of something forward, which I feel is what you're coming into April kind of feeling stuck about, but getting some new ideas and some new thoughts, shifting your mindset and your perspective about how to move this thing forward. If it's something new that you want to get started, something currently existing that you feel is stuck or stagnant, this is all about the swift and powerful, successful propelling forward of something. That's what the Chariot card represents, and it's a major arcana card too, so it represents something significant and profound in your life. This also speaks to the harnessing of a variety of different forces and pulling them together to make something move forward, be propelled forward in perfect unison and perfect harmony. And I feel like it's going to be entirely dependent on how clear thinking you are about it. And this needs to be, however you go about doing this thing, Gemini, the advice of the Queen of Swords is to be very smart about it, be very clear about it. Do not let your emotions cloud your thinking in this matter, especially for those of you, and I believe it's a larger portion of you, but this resonates as how you make your income, how you spend your money. Some of you may be considering making an expenditure of money. The advice of the Queen of Swords and how to propel this thing forward, or how to gain movement and momentum in your life, particularly in this more tangible area of your life, is all about the energy of the Queen of Swords, manifesting the energy of this Queen of Swords. She is a truth seeker. This is somebody who makes decisions coming from a place of her head before her heart. The Queen of Swords strongly advises you to be impartial about this. Look at the facts and the logic and the information only, not to let your emotions and your perhaps sense of impatience allow you to rush into anything or to make any sudden moves or major decisions, particularly those that involve an expenditure of money or a shifting of how to allocate or invest your money. Now, right next to that, we're at around the middle of April, going into the third week of April, we have the Page of Swords, followed by the Six of Pentacles. And again, I'm getting the feeling, now the Page of Swords is a few notches down from the Queen of Swords. Pages being the first person in the court cards, pages are the youngest and the least mature energy of the suit. It points toward, of the court cards of the suit of swords, it points towards a more apprenticeship student kind of energy. This can represent young people or actual children in your life, or messages and messengers, but I'm getting just kind of more of an apprentice student kind of feeling off of this card, and it points towards needing to have more to learn about this, seeking out the truth, learning more about this. I'm getting kind of that you need more information, whatever this thing is that you're feeling kind of a sense of impatience about, to do with your money, your job, your finances, your resources somehow, how to spend them, how to allocate them, considering making an expenditure or investment in something. The advice I'm getting very strongly is to be very careful about how you go into this, be very clear thinking, be very impartial, and it looks like there's a lot more that you need to learn about it, a lot more knowledge, a lot more information you need to get, and to be very careful about where you put your money, because this Page of Swords is accompanied by the Six of Pentacles. Pentacles, the element is earth, and it's all about things in our earthly, tangible environment, things we can see and touch and feel. So the suit of Pentacles represents mostly things that, like money, finances, resources, job, property, etc. Things in our tangible earthly world. And the Six of Pentacles can refer to the receiving or the making of a gift, and it's a tangible gift. It could be actual money, finances, time, resources, something tangible. The getting or giving of a tangible, like financial money kind of gift. And I feel like paired with the Page of Swords, again, for those of you who are considering shifting or switching investments or considering making a major investment or a major expenditure of money or just a shifting of how you make your money and where that money goes, I feel like you need to be very careful about that. I feel like there's still a lot more you need to learn about what you're considering before you actually put your energy into it. It feels like you're coming into April with kind of a sense of impatience about moving on this or promoting activity in this. And I don't feel like that's a wrong way to go, but it looks like you need to be very clear about it, and you need to gather as much information and research as possible. Make sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. Bring in some other people as advisors or get some feedback from someone you trust in this sector of your life, because the danger is if you don't, it looks like towards or at the end of the month, you may run the risk, and forewarned is forearmed. You can change this at any time. It looks like if you don't do that, you may run the risk of somebody taking from you or having something taken from you in some sense. We have the Seven of Swords accompanied by the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups represents your happiness, your wish card, your yes card, the having what you want, to having your wish come true. This speaks of having not just enough, but more than enough. But this is in more of a tangible, sensual, decadent, physical sort of way. This man is well fed. He has a lot of food, a lot of drink. His physical surroundings are good. He has more than enough to share. This speaks of having what you want, but having what you want in kind of a physical, tangible sense of like money, finances, resources, your home, a nice place to live, all those physical, tangible luxuries, and of having what you want there. But it is overshadowed and crowned by this Seven of Swords. So I feel like, again, this whole month, and it's echoed by your crowning card of Judgment too, this whole month is going to be about something that you're wanting to propel forward, something that you want to do, something that you want to invest in. The advice is very strong and very clear that you need to make emotion not be a part of this, in spite of whatever feelings of impatience you may be feeling. Make sure to do all your research, investigate this thoroughly. Make sure you're not spending your money in a foolish way or too spontaneous. It looks like there's still some learning and some information that you need in order to know how to make this expenditure of money, whether it's a proper investment or how to allocate it somehow. Because if you don't, the risk you're going to run is in being taken from, in being depleted. The Seven of Swords is often referred to as the thief card, as the implication on this card is that this man has broken into someone's home in broad daylight and has stolen a bunch of their stuff. Not everything, but a lot. This can also point to needing to be more clever and to think kind of outside the box in dealing with the situation. So again, do all your research about whatever this thing is to do with your money, your finances, your job, your career, and make sure that you have all the information and learn everything that you need to learn before you make any major decisions, because the risk you could run is feeling like you're being taken advantage of or giving somebody too much control with your finances or your job or your career somehow, and they end up taking advantage of you because of that, which would, in essence, kind of steal your happiness or get in the way of your getting what you want in a very tangible sort of way. And that whole very strong message that I'm feeling is underscored by your crowning card, the card that represents the general theme and feeling and advice for the month, which is the card of Judgment, major arcana card, significant, profound piece of advice. The Judgment card is a call to action. The Judgment card speaks of, it's a cautionary card more than anything else. It's a karmic card. It says that be very thoughtful and mindful in how you go about walking through this, in the decisions that you make and all the actions that you take. There's an air of finality about the Judgment card. So be very careful and mindful and thoughtful. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your better judgment of doing what is based on information and fact, because it's going to set the stage for this for quite a long time to come and be very difficult, if not impossible, to come back from. So make sure that Any actions you take, any decisions you make, particularly those revolving around your money, your job, your career, your finances, resources, property, anything like that, that you have all the information, that you gather all the information you need, because whatever decisions you make are going to be lasting. They're going to last for quite a long time. So again, not a bad reading at all. It's more of a cautionary reading. I feel like it's just more whatever you're tempted to do, or somebody tries to talk you into doing something or investing in something, or if it's more job and career related, be careful to get as much information as you can. Don't give any one person too much control over your finances or your resources, your property, your money. And be very careful before you sign any contracts or finalize any negotiations, and make sure that everything is as it seems to be, because whatever decisions you make and actions you take will have a long lasting, if not permanent, effect. So just make sure you come from actually what you're inherently good at, Gemini, which is being an air sign, which is coming from the head rather than the heart. Make sure all the decisions this month, especially based on anything in your tangible world, are based on fact and information, and getting as much fact and information as you can, and leave emotions out of it this month. For those of you who are looking more for a reading on love and relationships, it doesn't look like it's coming through this month here, at least from me. So you may want to check your rising and your moon sign, or perhaps, look up a reader who specializes more in love and relationships, which I do, but it just looks like this month, Gemini, it's just all about coming from the head and not the heart in regards to this situation. So Gemini, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's resonated at least for some of you and brought you some insight and clarity and some thoughtful food for thought on how to proceed this month, particularly in the tangible sectors of your life. For those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can feel free to send me an email at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. And until I see you again in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, Gemini, and I'll see you soon. Bye.